It's Juan for pedalsandeffects.com. Today I am talking about my beloved Goya Panthers. This is the Panther, the original Panther, and this dude over here is the Panther 2. Very similar. I think in tone they're very similar. Obviously it looks, granted these are vintage instruments, so they're not completely stock. I don't own a stock one. Actually, Josh Klinghoffer does, and I used his for years, actually 2 years, when I was in Deltron 3030. He has a beautiful stock Fiat green one, and I don't own a perfectly stock Fiat green one. I own, this is the first one I got. So this is the Panther, and it is pretty tight. It's got a Gretsch knob for a volume knob, but the cool thing about this bass is that it has these awesome pickups that come with these switches. So you have a low, medium, high, and you'll hear that when I get to it. And then these pickup selectors here, this is full, 1 and 2. So what I'm guessing is that full is both, 1's the front pickup, 2 is the rear. I'm not guessing, I actually know that. But then these are EQs. And then if you want to look at what did they update on the Panther 2? I don't see too much. Same bridge, pickups are same, same button configuration. Doesn't say Goya here. They're both made in Italy. Doesn't say Goya here. Oh, I got a little screw coming out. See, it's vintage. So for those of you who didn't believe me, and then this isn't the original knob either. I don't own one with an original knob. But as you can see, this is the Panther 2. This also has 2 original tuning keys. Wow. I just had this worked on too. Anyway, has 2 original keys, and as I screw this dude back in, ouch. Yeah, I got to get a flathead, and I'll do that before I cut the audio. So anyway, these are keys. I guess these 2 probably seized up, and they had to put 2 in here. The reason they choose these small keys is, if you can see, these are very small posts. So that's why they use these, so they didn't have to drill out. So they use these cheesy, crappy replacement keys, but they didn't have to drill out the headstock. But I wish I had 2 more of these. Josh Klinghoffer's bass is a Panther 2 because these are the same keys as his. So I'm pretty sure his is a Panther 2. Like I said, oh, this one doesn't say made in Italy. Maybe this one says made in Italy, and it does. And I did stick the Dr. Octagon sticker on it because it matched. And I do use this in Deltron, so kind of similar. But anyway, they sound pretty similar. I think this one actually has a little bit more low end. You guys will hear this when I plug them in. Goya Panther. Oh, the other thing I got to tell you guys, we've measured this. It's somewhere around 31.5 inches, which is some weird number, but it must be because it's probably more in the metric system, maybe. And then I love these fret markers. They're not like Fenders in the middle of the A and the D. They're actually between the E and the A, super tight. And look at that profile. It's so narrow here, man. Like any dude who doesn't have giant hands, you could rip on this. Any dude who has giant hands, you might not want this because it's probably difficult to play to get your big ass hands in there. So let's check this out.
And now the prices are going to skyrocket.
I'm hoping, but who cares? I own 2 of them. I don't own a stock one though, so I'm kind of like still hunting. So
you're not hoping because you want to get that green one.
Yeah, I'm hoping Josh someday just goes, you know, man,
fuck
I don't
this
play
thing.
This. Let me. You won't say that, but man, I'm telling you, man, I should have actually brought it in for this series, but I don't own it, so I felt kind of weird. But there's photos of me, and I'll post a photo of it. That Fiat green is so clean. So anyway, check out the best of Italy. So we're going to try out the Panther first. This is the original Panther. Now, this isn't stock. I have no idea why this person ever did. Maybe one of the pickups or both pickups went out, and so this is not stock, these little pickup holders or whatever. As you can see on the other one. I know because also I've seen other ones. But anyway, that was my phone, my bad. But anyway, so let's go. We're going to start. This is the sound I use for Deltron. It's pretty much low, and then both pickups on. Okay, so that was the both pickups on, with the low button on. Let's just hear the rear pickup. And now the front pickup. Actually, I think it's backwards. I think that's the rear pickup. Yeah, so this is actually the rear pickup. And then the front pickup. Both pickups. And now here's the medium. And then, I mean, that's a lot of tone for a passive instrument. And now the high. Both pickups. And now just the rear pickup. But the best is this. Now let's hear the other one. Here we go. So now back to the full, low, full.
Panther 2.
Panther 2. Here we go. So that's already more low end.
This is a dumb question, but would the age of the strings affect that, or is
Probably a little, but not as that much. That sounds like more EQ for the pickups.
because those are flats?
yeah, they're
And,
both
and
flat.
those shouldn't, the age of them should not be that
Right. I mean,
affected.
these, you're right. I mean, I've been touring with these for at least a year. These strings. These I just put on because it didn't come with these. These are Ernie Ball flats. Both of them are. And these I just put these on when I got the bass worked on at Eric's guitar.
So in other words, those are fresher on that bass.
Yeah. That would you're gonna hear the difference of that more in the high end because the strings will be deader. So here it's low all. Now let's just check the front pickup. Or the rear pickup, I mean. And now let's hear the front pickup. Now let's go to the medium. Both pickups. That sounds tight. Now let's do this pickup. Now. Okay, now let's go to the high. Both pickups. And now, just the rear pickup. Yeah. Now let's do the front pickup. I mean, pretty tight. Now, I got to throw a shout out to Abe Laborio Sr. That's Abe Laborio Jr.'s father, of course. But he used to rock these in the early 70s. And I actually have found a couple of others. And both times when I found them, I also got emails around the same time from Abe Laborio Jr., who was looking for some. Because his father had one of these. I think it was actually closer to this, the Sunburst, the Panther 2. But his got crushed in the airport when the luggage was coming out, I guess. And so
Which airline?
hey, probably United. But anyway, and then so he got one for his father that I had found that I was going to keep. I just told Abe, hey, you keep it. It's in way better shape than this one. And then I found another one, and Abe's like, hey, I want one. So I sold that one to Abe. So I've had 4 total. And actually, I kept the cheaper ones. This sucker was only $700, and this one was $800. And so, but I'm on the lookout for a completely stock one. You got one in Italy. I wish I spoke Italian, but hey, if you see one in Italy, Juan's looking for Italian Goyas, especially the Panther 2, because I like tuning keys better. So of course you're all thinking, what does it sound like distorted, Juan? So I'm gonna tell you, it's we're gonna use the Bellows by Earthquaker Devices, super tight with bass. Definitely rock these shoes and rock the Bellows, because these are bulletproof. And so I'm gonna do kind of just a little treblier pickup selection with the Bellows.
And a pick.
And a pick. Now let me get a little more beefier, low-endy one, so let's do both pickups. Already it sounds better with my fingers with that pickup selection.